Hello and welcome back to the 599 podcast. This is the third episode. We've made it to number 3. And today we have a special guest, our buddy Tito.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
So it's back. It's me, Aiden, and Tito.
Hello.
You guys have anything you want to talk about before we get to the meat and potatoes of this episode? Or
Let's introduce Tito.
yeah, just tell us more about yourself, man.
I mean, I'm Southside's most devious here. Not going to give my exact location, but I'm a menace to society, danger level threat, and I'm wanted by the authorities.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Flight risk.
Yeah. How many times have you been arrested?
In this state, or
Good, we'll leave it
Overall.
at that. We'll leave this
no more than 3. You know,
it's good.
I was loitering, tax evasion,
Heavy stuff.
even a little bit of lying on the internet.
I feel like 2 of those aren't even really that bad.
Well, I mean, I'm just that kind of guy.
He assaulted a police officer for loitering.
No, I may or may not have hit like a family of 5, now a family of 3. But that was just details. I didn't really consider that because it's more the drunk crashers than the drunk drivers. So
Yeah.
It sounds like he drunk crashed, though.
no. I'm not a part of the issue. I'm part of the solution.
I got you. All right. Well, so this episode, we're going to be doing a tier list of states. And we're changing it up a little bit. We're not rating it on an F through S scale anymore. We're going to be doing it on a 0.0 through 10.0 scale. Just because it's more exact. There's 50 states, so eventually you're just going to wind up with a bunch of things on the same level.
We don't have 50 though today. We brought 49 to you. We have
We forgot
misplaced the 50th. We cannot figure it out, so it's up to you to figure out what one we missed. And we're gonna roll with 49 today.
We are
Yeah.
professionals here.
Yeah. Actually, no, we're not, but no money.
All right. What's our first state?
All right, so we're going to start this off with Alabama.
All right.
There's not much I know about the state. I've never been. They tend to have good college football teams, and there's a rumor that there's a lot of inbreeding there. That's about all I know.
No, it's all a myth.
I mean, I've experienced.
Inbreeding.
No.
Oh, okay.
Alabama?
Yeah.
How is
What's it like?
Well, kind of hot.
It's
There
hot.
is kind of, more population of, redneck side road hand jobs over the pants, But
Okay.
I think that's kind of the best way to give Alabama its true credulence,
I feel like there's a lot of Dollar Generals.
That's fair.
So, well, what part of Alabama were you in? Because, I just curious.
I'm actually not sure. I
Damn.
wasn't really fully there for it. Kind of going on holiday, but
Isn't Tuskegee in Alabama?
Tuskegee?
It's Tuskegee.
it sounds like a fake place.
Pretty sure it's a city in Alabama.
You mean
Like a small-
Tuscaloosa?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. We forgot a state, so
Because there's a city called Tuscaloosa.
maybe that's it. I had to look this up. All right. Well, Alabama seems like it's just a subpar state that has a lot of rednecks. So
Yeah.
we'll put that at like a 4.
4.55, I think. It's fair. It's kind of mid.
I'm going to go with a 4.5 because Milo's comes from Alabama.
Really? Milo's?
Like Milo's iced tea.
Kind of a Turner's guy.
I'm a Turner's guy too, but in turn, if I'm
Milo's is good. I can respect it now. I like Gold Peak, though, unsweetened.
Oh, I was right. Tuskegee, city in Alabama.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think it's pronounced Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
There's two E's after the G.
Can you pronounce New Hampshire real quick for me?
Tuskegee, New Hampshire.
Yeah, I'm not taking pronunciation advice from you.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way that that's supposed to be pronounced Tuskegee.
Let's look it up. Tuskegee.
Well, it looks more like a Tuskegee than a Tuskegee. There's two E's after
Tuskegee's
the
not
G.
sounding good.
It's Tuskegee. And they also have like Talladega and stuff.
I have never heard of anyone call it Tuskegee, but okay. All right, well, Tito.
For my ranking of it?
Yes, sir.
Final answer, I'm going to say a 4.8.
4.8. I'm giving it a 4.5.
4.
So it's a
We'll figure it out later. Next.
0.45. All right, so the next state we're going to be rating here is Montana. Big Sky Country.
Montana Bananas, that baseball league's there, right?
That's Savannah Bananas. That's
fuck.
the city in Georgia.
Never mind then. I thought I
Close
was going
enough. I mean,
somewhere.
Montana's pretty close to Georgia. You know what's really, really beautiful in Montana? Yellowstone National Park, right there. Beautiful place. You should definitely visit. Right there.
There's not very much of it in Montana.
It's right there.
It is there. It's not much.
Okay. Don't care. Right there. It's the only thing I know about Montana.
That's it's a big state with not a lot of people in it. Pretty much all they got going on is ranches, Native American reserves, and college sports. There's nothing wrong with the state. I mean,
There's a lot of states we know nothing about, so this is going to be a tough one to do.
yeah. I'm gonna give it like a 5. It's kind of cooler than Alabama. It's
I'd
way
agree.
emptier. It gets cooled up there.
They have a pretty winter.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
indifferent on the matter. Definitely better than Alabama, but
Okay. So I'm going to say like a 6.5.
6.5.
Seems a little high.
Yeah. I always think more like 5, middle of the road,
I
kind
was
of.
gonna give it exactly a 5.
Because I can't really give my own opinion on it too much, but I think 5's a fair standpoint.
So that's what? That's it's like a 5.5. All right. Next state up is Vermont. First New England state we got on here. I've never been.
Neither have I.
Tito?
I haven't been there, no.
Seems beautiful though. So I hear that like pretty expensive in that area.
Yeah. Is Vermont the land of Bernie Sanders?
Not sure. Let me see.
Yes.
Yeah.
That inherently makes it more expensive. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not really any cities there, and yet they're known for their farmers markets. So
I mean, it's a beautiful state. I mean,
yeah,
I know
Well,
there's skiing there.
I'm thinking we're like a 5.5.
5.5's fair. I mean, they got ski resorts and shit. I mean,
yeah,
sounds kind of upper class, but you know.
a little posh for me, but
Yeah, never been skiing before.
give it a 5.5.
Uh,
You gotta come with
doesn't work out too
me,
well.
Ed, and Tim this winter.
Hmm.
Should bring Boxman with you.
He's gonna
Boxman.
dislocate his shoulder.
Nah. Next.
The next state we got on here is Louisiana.
Louisiana's cool. They got like New Orleans and Mardi Gras, right?
Mardi Gras happens in New Orleans. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Always wanted to go
a
there.
big deal. Yeah, I've wanted to go too for a while. I've never gotten around to it.
They do some voodoo stuff there though.
They do
Little
do
sketch.
some voodoo.
No bueno. I don't like the idea that like a whole state's representation is based on a large party that happens once a year. So this is gonna get a 4 from me. Not a fan.
It's not all of it. There's like a lot of jazz music down there.
I'm not super into jazz, so doesn't change my rating.
College football.
Don't like it. It's gonna be a
It's
4.
pretty cool.
Yeah, other than Mardi Gras and jazz, I don't really know what else they have much to offer personally.
LSU.
I mean, swamps, I guess.
LSU football down in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5 again.
5.5.
Seeing a pattern.
I mean, I guess a 6, maybe a high 6.
Wow.
I don't know. I kind of
6.75.
no, not like that. But I mean, I'll just stay with a 6. I feel like it going a little too high there.
All right. So not a high 6, just a
Yeah,
normal
just a
6.
flat cutting board 6. You know?
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna 4 still.
You're 4. Damn.
Yeah.
That's like a
Not vibing with the
point-
big party town.
5.2. All right. Next up, we got Maine.
I feel like Maine's really pretty as well, but similar
Yeah.
to Vermont, in which like
A lot of
it's pretty
resorts
expensive.
and
You have
skis
a
and
lot of rust, a lot of harsh winters. So, probably another 5.5.
I mean, you got a couple like small cities there though, which you don't have in Vermont.
True.
Because you have
And-
Portland, you have Augusta.
What was our overall in Vermont?
Vermont was a 5.5.
All right, we'll go with 6 on Maine.
It's got Acadia, man. Acadia National
They got Bangor.
Forest. Yeah.
a little bit of a charm to it, I
feel
guess.
like
Yeah.
Maine honestly should have a 6.5 rating.
I'm kind of stuck between a 5.5 and a 6. I mean,
I'll go to 6 with you.
okay, I'll go 6 as well then. That's fair.
It's like a 6.2. All right, next up, Arizona.
Ooh, I think Arizona, not having been there, is a beautiful state. People that live there are crazy for putting up with the heat, but if you can get over that, I think it's very, very cool. Well, where was ET filmed? California?
I'm
ET was
assuming
California.
California. 'cause
Yeah.
That's where Hollywood's
I
at.
get like huge Arizona vibes for some reason,
Maybe it's
but
the desert.
I would believe that it would be in California. But yeah, I think Arizona would be a solid if they had like more water, and California didn't rob them.
I think that they got Arizona green tea too, right? Is that where they're?
I don't know if it's made there. It's probably just
Oh.
the name. I'm gonna go 6.5 on Era. Seems like a pretty cool place.
It seems cool. It's got the Grand Canyon. It's got Flagstaff. But
Phoenix.
Phoenix seems just like an overrated city, man.
My dad grew up 15 minutes out of Phoenix, and he loved it.
Really?
I feel like deserves about a 6 on my scale. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6. I would normally give it like a 5, but I want to give it a Sedona. Seems like a cool place to be. They got the blue McDonald's, which that's cool. So, yeah, I'll give it a 6. So where are we at for that as a group?
6.5.
6.
6.
So
6.2.
yeah.
Yeah, 6.2. All right, next up, staying in the desert, we got New Mexico.
Meh.
It's worse Arizona,
Yeah, I'd
but they
agree
got
with
Breaking
that.
Bad.
I was gonna say Breaking Bad, but other than that, no.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's also not as good as Texas. So, no, they have cool license plates. They have like a teal license plate.
They got a cool state logo too.
Yeah, but after that, it's kind of like bland. So that's like another 4.75 for me.
I'm kind of deciding between 3.5 and a 4. I don't really have any connection, or
Yeah, me either. I'll go 4.5, so it's easier on the.
I'll
On
go
everyone else.
just baseline 4.
I'm gonna go with a 4.5, so that's like a 4.3.
Yeah, something like that.
Next up, we got Virginia.
Have been there.
Yeah, I've been there as well. It's one of 2 states I've actually bowled in. Yeah.
It's I like that it has less mountains than West Virginia. West Virginia, a little too mountainous for me.
I actually like the mountains in West Virginia.
They suck to drive through.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't driving. I went there 2 times in 1 week for a football camp, I think a year ago or something like that.
Hmm.
And we went past this one Triple D spot from Guy Fieri's Drive-Ins and Dines, and there was a van in the tree. It was called Hillbilly Hot Dogs. Truly a sight.
I think I've driven past that.
I mean, there's a van in the tree. It's like on the side of the road in the woods.
Yeah.
In the tree line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Virginia's not. No, I would not put it up there, though. I've not spent time there. I don't think it's that.
All I'm
great.
gonna say, you gotta remember, there's Eastern Virginia too. Like they got Virginia Beach,
Yeah.
Newport News, Norfolk.
Chesapeake.
I feel like it's a
Um,
6 maybe.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put it below a 5. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Plus the suburbs of DC.
But it's definitely not the same level as like a Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put it. I'll put it at like a 5.5.
I'll go 6 even.
I'll follow Tito. I think 6 is fair for Virginia. So it's like a 5-7. Next up is Texas.
Fuck Texas.
I feel like they got Buc-ee's.
We have Buc-ee's. They got barbecue. They got
Oh yeah, barbecue. That's my fat ass specialty, man.
Yeah, they got a lot of sports, a lot of things to do, but the issue is you got to drive through fucking hell and back to get there.
0.25. No one's allowed to like this.
I mean, the state as a whole seems pretty bad. And like Houston and Dallas are just too big. But
It's-
I will say that Austin and San Antonio seem like pretty cool cities.
You cannot live anywhere where for like
I
2
want-
months straight it can be 110 plus degrees. That's just ridiculous.
I want to check out Waco, Texas one day.
Yeah, it's heard it's a really
Ooh.
nice place to bring a family.
Yeah,
But
check out
in reality, it sounds like people like it there. It seems like a very pretty place to be, but the temperature is just brutal, and you're surrounded by a good bit of like nothing. You got quite a ways to go on your west until you
Yeah.
like or you're on your east to really hit some fun stuff. Too hot, so I'm gonna go with a 4.
I'm giving it a 5.
5.5, I think. A little too harsh on Texas, guys. Come on now.
It's about like a 4.9, 4.8. 4.9 on here. All right, next up, North Carolina. I do like me this state.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got OBX, which is a pretty fun place to be. And also it's a cheaper state to be in. So probably a 6.
Me and my family, we just drove through it to get to South Carolina, to get to Charleston. So I'd say like maybe a 5.5, maybe. I mean, it's not bad.
I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, Charlotte was cool, man. I like Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm thinking of changing it. We're gonna go with a 6.5 as well.
So 5.5 and 2 6.5. So that sounds a lot like a 6.2 to me.
Like 6.7. Wait, no, that wouldn't even make
You
fucking
said
sense.
how would we get,
How
how
would
would
we
your
get up
rating
more
bring
like
it up
that?
from us?
Hold up.
6.2.
Math lesson.
This isn't one of my strong suits. Come on now.
Well, we couldn't find the 50th state, so it's all right.
All right. Next up, we got South Carolina.
I like South Carolina.
Much less to say about it.
I'm gonna let Tito talk because he's been there a lot longer than I have. It seems.
Yeah, I went to Charleston, South Carolina to visit my one aunt who lives down there, and we went. I forget what hurricane we were going down there during, but
It's a great time to go on vacation.
yeah, my family plans ahead, as you can tell. But no, we already put our money down for the beach house we were like kind of staying at with like we had like 4 or 5 other families like chip in, and our house was like on stilts and shit. So you could just imagine during a hurricane, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're on stilts because of the hurricane.
Yeah, but I just feel like that just makes it more prone.
Well, definitely not. If you had a house not on stilts, in a hurricane situation, and you're near the coast, like within like a mile, you're looking at severe water damage to everything in the house. To the
I
point
think
that
kind
the
of
house needs
minor
torn down.
water damage, all right? We might get some, carpet ruined or something. but I don't-
Carpet ruined. your,
Not the
your
foundation.
Your
Not the
beachfront,
foundation
and you're
of the
only
house.
experiencing some carpet being ruined is
How
very good
about-
for a hurricane.
Do you like replacing drywall every year?
Yeah, you like
Your whole
replacing
house?
your ceiling, your walls, your carpet,
Your
your
lighting?
your appliances, your
People that-
electric.
People live in areas with tornadoes and tsunamis who just get their shit wrecked each year. Like
And
their
they
whole
just keep building it back.
yeah, they're like the Amish building,
Imagine living in Iowa.
kind of like worker
We're
ants.
gonna imagine that pretty soon.
Yeah,
but
pretty
anyway,
soon.
what's your South Carolina rating?
I enjoyed it personally a lot, so I'd say like a 6.5, 7 maybe even. I had a blast down there.
You're going with the 7. I like it. I've only been there for one night, and I didn't really do anything there, so I'm gonna say like a 6.
I want to base my opinion on that Charleston is a very nice city, and with that, I'm gonna put it at a 6.
It's like a 6.3. All right. Next state up, we got Alaska.
10.
That's
Very beautiful.
Beautiful. It is the best of the best. It's well, like half the year. It's amazing. You have a reasonable city that you can have a good life, and you can. I think there's like 5 WalMarts in Anchorage, so you have quite a bit to do there. And then if you go into the suburbs farther and farther out, you can still live a life in the countryside, have the beautiful mountains. Realistically, I'm gonna put Alaska at an 8. It's cheap, relatively cheap to live there, considering the fact that you're so far away from everything. Everything has to be shipped in. Could be much worse, and it's beautiful.
I got gripes with Alaska. You know those Alaskan bush people, that TV show?
Yeah, it's all fake
Frauds.
frauds.
Yeah, so I feel like I personally have a bit of a grudge, but it is beautiful.
I feel like they don't represent the whole state, though.
I mean,
They might, because they didn't even live there. Like, they weren't like born in Alaska.
yeah,
They moved there from like Nebraska, and they're like, "This is our home now."
Yeah, but that show and then like Portugal the Man are the only people I even know about from Alaska. And half of them left it and half of them like faked what it was like there. So that's not like a good sign.
All right. Well,
I'm going with like 4.
a 4.
no, it's too beautiful up there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd
It's
say
cold as shit.
Yeah, half the year it's not bad.
like 6.5, I guess maybe high ranking, but I mean it's
I'm at an 8. You're at a 6.5. Zane's at a 4. Clearly a 9.
That's like a 6.2. It comes out to.
where was Dog the Bounty Hunter born at? That's what I want to know. Probably.
Mars.
Not a fair statement.
All right. Next up, we have Nebraska. It seems incredibly boring.
I don't have
Really boring. Don't
much
they
to
have?
say on that. I don't even know what's up there.
Don't they have like pretty intense tornado issues too?
Yeah, I mean the entire Midwest does.
Yeah,
It's
I'll,
just too flat.
I'll pass on that.
I do know that's where Warren Buffett lives. He lives in Omaha.
That got even worse. Okay, well,
Yeah.
4.
The only thing that I would want to go to Nebraska for is the College Baseball World Series. Other than that,
Don't like baseball or college. 3.
I mean, they've got to have something nice, so I guess a 2.
2.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give it like a 3. Like the Midwest is just way too flat. We're gonna have a lot of these coming up soon, so that's gonna be like a 2.7 for Nebraska. All right.
That's brutal.
Coming up next, we got Missouri. It's a state. I think one interesting thing with it is both of the major cities it has are trying as hard as they can to escape it.
Not a good sign.
Yeah. It's like St. Louis is like right on the border, and then
I'd say it's
Kansas
better.
City's like right there too.
Better than Nebraska, though. Like 4.5.
I'd say like a 4, 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a 4 is fair. I mean, other than Kansas City, I don't know why you would want to go to Missouri, but I don't see any like problems there. At Lake of the Ozarks, that's cool, I guess. It's like a 4.2. Next up,
What's our time looking like? This might be a 2-hour podcast.
we're 27 minutes in.
How
So,
many states in?
Like 14 or 15.
I think I'm going to make a hot dog.
Gonna make it a hot dog.
I want to make a hot dog.
All
Keep
right.
going.
Glizzy Gladiator.
Glizzy Gladiator.
Yeah.
Continue. I'll postpone the hot dog.
Oh, okay. Next state is Wisconsin.
I'm kind of biased to Wisconsin. I've never been there, but that's my band name, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'd like Wisconsin. You know,
They
the
got
Packers are
cheese.
kind of cool.
Cheese hats.
Cheese. It's also like nice and cold up there. I like cold places.
Yeah. It's got Great Lakes, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're close to Canada, which is cool, I guess.
I think a 6 is fair.
Six.
actually that
Yeah.
close to Canada.
You're close enough.
It's a while.
Closer than Texas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're close in Texas, but
Closer than that elusive 50th state.
yeah. I
Probably.
still know that one got away
It doesn't
from
matter.
us.
It's not important.
No. All right.
I'm gonna
6.
give Wisconsin. Yeah, I think a 6 is fair. Tito,
Yeah, I said 6.
6. Okay.
Gotta get hype about these states, guys.
Next up is Idaho.
I just think of potatoes,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
just potatoes. That's about it. Potatoes are good. Home fries are good. 6.
They
Nah.
got Boise. That's
They're-
cool
it's a
place. They got mountains. They got a lot of nothing up in the panhandle of it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with like a 5.
Yeah, 5.
Cool. 5. Next.
Next up is New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire. Pretty place. Same as all the other really northeast places. It's gonna be like a 6.
I don't have anything to say on that, really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
we need to travel more. Is what we've come up with
Yeah.
during this.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5. I have nothing strong to say about it.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So I'm at a 6. You're at a what?
5, I guess.
5?
Yeah.
5.3 is the total for that. Next up is Mississippi. Yet another one I've never been to, but it seems like an absolute dump.
Oh, we can go that far.
Really?
Yeah.
It has character.
It has character.
That's character, but
I definitely
Jackson-
wouldn't want to go there.
Jackson's a very
Like the stat.
crime-ridden city, and aside from that, everything
I
other
mean-
than Biloxi is either broke and obese or just broke.
Yeah, there's a lot of poverty and a lot of crime there.
I feel like I'd feel like right at home, Jackson. You know,
You know what? Yeah, we're looking at maybe like a 3.
Like it is. All I'm saying is there's absolutely no way that Nebraska's worse than Mississippi. Nebraska's got a 2.7.
I think what we're seeing here in some of these places are cities that were really not set up for success, and like areas that were like riddled with much slavery for like a long time, and like all the money left and just like kind of screwed everyone over. That seems like a pretty big issue with Mississippi.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's kind of sad, but like
Mhm.
it is just a dump. Like there's nothing there.
3.
I'm giving it a
3.
2.
2.
So that brings it to like a 2.7. Next up, we got Rhode Island. I believe it's where Family Guy takes place.
yeah, Family Guy
Roadhouse.
takes place there.
Yeah, I love Family Guy in the earlier seasons. It seems pretty decent. We'll put that at a 5.
I got seasons 1 through 12 on Family Guy. Very epic, you know.
Perfect.
So I'm thinking, I'd say a 5.5.
I think Rhode Island might be the state that the Sam Hyde iDubbbz thing was recorded in. I can't remember if that was Rhode Island or Connecticut. Do you know about that, Tito?
I'm not sure. I know who iDubbbz is, but I don't know the video you're talking about.
Do you know Sam Hyde?
Kinda, yeah.
So, like, do you know like iDubbbz's documentary he did with like about like Airsoft Fatty, and then he did it on like Dax Flame.
Mm-hmm.
He did one. He recorded one about Sam Hyde, and he was trying to like show like how he fell off and stuff. But the entire time, Sam Hyde was like just trolling iDubbbz. And then he made his own documentary of it that he beat iDubbbz to uploading.
Didn't his like girl do OnlyFans or some shit now?
All right, we're going
yeah.
down a rabbit hole. Next
Yeah.
state.
We gotta rate Rhode Island. I'm giving it a 6.5.
What did I say? 5.5 or
I think
6.5 or
something. Rate it again.
fuck it, 6.
6.
Giving Rhode Island a 6.2. Next up, Washington.
I've probably been there the most. I went like 4 separate times, maybe 5, including the one incident.
A lot of my favorite music has came out of Washington. So I think really pretty place. Seattle's beautiful, but depressing. Well, it rains a lot. So, also, don't they have like not the best crime rating there? It's pretty bad.
It's not actually that bad.
Okay, it used to be pretty bad.
Like, if you
Um,
compare it to the country,
Like 90s, I think it was not great.
it wasn't great. I mean, any city that has a cost of living low enough for a music scene to pop up in isn't going to be, like, great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll put it at a 6.
I was gonna say 6. Yeah, I don't really have too many gripes with the place.
Yeah. I think 6 is kind of fair. Seattle's cool, but out of, like, nature stuff to do, it seems to be the lesser of the 2 Pacific Northwest states. So, we're giving Washington a 6. Next up, the armpit of America, New Jersey.
Ugh. Sour taste. No good.
That's where the most fiery women come from, you know?
No. People can't talk there. All right. They struggle to have even the most basic motor skills.
They never figured out that greased back hair is dead.
And they're close to New York, which also.
New York's kind of cool, but these are the people.
Whoa. The people that come from New Jersey that go to New York are not cool.
No, what I was gonna say is like, just
They're like
don't.
combined there.
You can't be saying that New York's a shithole.
No, New York City is where, it's almost combined with the New Jersey people.
Well, because there's so many people that live like across from New York City in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that. I mean, like, New York's huge, but it seems like a really cool place. Like, why are you living close to it, but, like, in freaking New Jersey? Also, like, most of the New York sports teams play in New Jersey, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, no good at the New Jersey. New Jersey is going to be a solid 3.75.
I'm going to give it a 2. They don't even let you pump your own gas there, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's full service only.
That
legally
probably costs more.
mandated. Yeah, because you got to tip the guy that pumps your gas.
Wait, you got to
for
tip
Oh,
them?
tipping is bullshit.
Yeah, you got
I'm not. No.
Tipping is so dumb.
They better give me an over the pants hand job if I'm tipping them to pump my gas. Like,
Everyone's giving you a hand
everyone, yep. It don't matter.
job. Yikes.
Yeah, no, it is actually kind of trash, man. The only person that, like, I really like that came out of New Jersey is Kenny Pickett. Other than that, it's just...
All right.
I think a 4.
3, 4.
I'm giving it a 2, so it averages out to the 3.
Okay, we'll go to 3.
All right, next up, we got North Dakota. It's just kind of
Nothing.
farms and oil rigs.
Yeah.
You got a border with Canada, so that's kind of cool. Got
4.5.
Got the Fargo Dome. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't really see it other than
4.5.
farms. So,
I think 4.5 is fair.
yeah, 4.5.
Next up, we got South Dakota. Just pretty much North Dakota with slightly bigger cities and Mount Rushmore.
5.
Mount Rushmore is kind of cool.
Yeah. Also,
that is
South
cool,
Dakota's got the palace, like the Corn Palace thing.
The Corn Palace?
Yes, there's like this one town that has like a corn palace. It's like town like convention center. It's like a tourist attraction. It's like, here, I'm gonna pull up a picture of it and show you people watching on YouTube. I'll also have a picture of it on the video here.
Corn Palace.
It's in Mitchell, South Dakota. It's called the world's only corn palace. And
Not for long.
and
What if we just did that in the backyard?
this is what it looks like.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's all themed around corn because it's like the main crop they grow there. And the interior, it's like a multi-use, like it's like a convention center and like high school basketball court. And when nothing like that's happening, they have like a corn-themed market.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a 5, I think.
Next.
Next up, we have Hawaii.
Oh, beautiful. Too expensive. Seems a little overrated because everyone goes there for their honeymoon. But like, in reality, like I'm sure living there is probably amazing if you can afford it.
And it's probably the best beach state.
Yeah, beautiful water and everything. Probably an 8.
Yeah, I'd say an 8, man. I
8?
always wanted to go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to go to Hawaii.
I think that's where we can do the road trip. You know, we can
Yeah,
drive
on
there.
the road trip. Yeah.
Take the ferry that Esh's phone will
Yeah,
never
when
guide
we
us
went
to.
when we went to Florida this last trip, Boxman's phone eliminated the use of ferries and trains, which is quite amazing because when are you going to get on a ferry where we live that he had to eliminate that from possibilities from Google Maps? Like, I guess he
Like
was
he went into the settings.
Yeah, he got recommended ferries so many times that he decided he has to turn them off. we don't really use ferries here.
Do we even have one?
No.
Not in the like. You'd have to go up into the Great Lakes.
Or I think there is one like in New York. There's like ferries. There's no
Needless to
reason
say, he
to
doesn't
go.
come across an instance where he needs that. He does not like ferries.
Yeah, but Hawaii's an 8, man. I think that's one of
Perfect.
that's like the state I
Yeah.
want to most visit that I've not been to before.
We
Yeah.
could do the beach MILF challenge there at Hawaii.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the best place in the
That'd be a
world.
good place to do it. If you are a middle-aged woman and are attracted to, younger males around the ages of
20.
19 to 22,
Wait, are you
reach
20?
out. We have a few guys on the roster interested. Be happy to take you out to get the grimace shake.
Wait, are you 20?
I'm turning 20 in September. Yeah.
Damn, dude, you're older than me.
Wait, what the fuck? I thought you were like 2 years older than me, like dead ass.
Yeah, no, bro, I'm 19.
Next.
Turning 20 in May next year. Next up is Connecticut.
What
Nope.
do they have there?
It's like better Rhode Island.
Better Rhode Island.
I can't verify that. 5.5.
It's like 2 times the size, and it's got Hartford. It's kind of like connected to like New York on the transit system. Like you can take a train from New York to like
5.5.
Connecticut.
Yeah, that's fair. 5.5. I don't.
Well, Rhode Island got a 6.2, so
Oh. So what, are we changing the votes now? Some fraud?
I don't know. I mean, I think everyone kind of agreed it was like slightly better than Rhode Island, but yet we're rating it lower. I think we were just all kind of biased because of Family Guy.
Yeah, I think it was the Family Guy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we literally didn't even say anything else. It was like Family Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Connecticut, they do have. It's not much professional sports, but they do have some, whereas I believe Rhode Island is barren in that aspect. There's a lower league soccer team, there's a WNBA team, and there's some U.S. national team games that happen there. Meanwhile, like Rhode Island, there's nothing. So, I'm going to give Connecticut, since Rhode Island got a 6.2, I'm giving Connecticut a 6.5.
6.
I don't know. What would I have to give it? A 6.4 to round it up to be slightly better than Rhode Island?
Based it on what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say a 6. I mean, it is better than Rhode Island. But I still not by much.
I'm going to do like a 6.2.
No Family Guy.
It's like very slightly better. All right, here's a state I've actually been to. Indiana. It's flat, dude.
You got Gary,
It's
which is very good.
flat. Gary's a shithole.
Gary is not a shit.
Gary's an absolute shithole.
That's a place to be. Vacation destination. Highly recommend Gary. The rent very cheap. Schooling very good if you ever want to move there. Great public school system. Public transit. Great option. If you ever wanted to get shot trying to take your kids to the playground in broad daylight at 9 a.m.,
I mean,
it's a perfect place to go.
that just sounds like one hell of a deal. I mean,
Really.
something the whole family can enjoy.
You don't have to worry about the apocalypse. It's already struck.
No, but for real, it is very flat. It is a Great Lakes state, so that is a bonus for it, but that's about all it has going for it. It's just like cornfields and soy.
5.5.
I'm going to give it a 5. I mean, like, I'm going to go back, but
5.
I'm not, like, stoked for it. So it's like a 5.2. Next up, we got Massachusetts. Got Boston.
Boston. It seems like another really pretty state that's
Yeah.
expensive to live in.
Yeah, I want to go to Massachusetts too. That's probably the state I second most want to go to.
6.5.
6.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5, so that's a 6.3. All right, next up we got Illinois. Pretty much you got Chicago, and then you got farmland.
Chicago's bad.
Chicago's kind of cool.
Nah. Garbage.
Trying to think, what does
Pizza.
Chicago have to offer other than the Chicago dog and sports?
Pizza.
Music, pizza.
Ends there.
There's like a bunch of movies that were shot there and still are. Like
Good Will Hunting was shot in Chicago.
Yep, and
Chicago PD.
y-
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to think. What's the movie we saw in English class senior year, in like the last month of school?
Oh, wait. What?
Is Will
English
Smith
or-
in it?
English, yeah.
English, we had The Gatsby.
No, senior year,
That was.
last month of high school.
Yeah, we watched The Great Gatsby, and then we watched.
No, that was junior year.
We watched Ferris Bueller's.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was shot in Chicago.
Okay.
Um,
Doesn't make it any better. It's a 4.
I want to go to Chicago though.
Yeah, I want to
someday.
go to Chicago, dude. There's actually a lot of cool stuff there. I'm gonna give Illinois a 6.
5.5, I think, for me.
You said 4.
4.
Oh, it's like a 5. Next up, we got Iowa. More corn. It's where Field of Dreams was shot,
Slipknot.
and that's where Slipknot's from. That's about all it's got to offer. Sometimes
4.
I'm giving it like a 3.
I'll give it a 3 too. I don't see too much of it.
Slipknot really brings it up to the 4 for me.
3.3 for Iowa.
Cornfields like that would make me pissed as well.
Next up, we got Delaware. I don't even know like what there is to do in Delaware.
No, not a clue.
It
Yeah.
seems like, I mean, there's beaches, but like I don't hear anyone bragging about
Once
the
again, like
beaches there.
all of these states are so fucking close together and so small. You're pretty much in the same place. So they're all about a 5 or a 6. So it's a 5.5 again. I don't know what
I'm
we're
gonna
doing.
give it like a 4.5.
That's what I realized. It's like a 5.5 game here until we get our favorite states, which is like a 6 or an 8.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, shit. What are we gonna do, Pennsylvania? We
Well,
can't
we've
be
gone through
biased.
so many of these tiny ass northeastern states, and they're like, they're so close together. Their economies are very tight knit. Like everything is very similar. So you can't have huge difference of opinion in them.
I don't know. I think Delaware. There's just nothing cool there. I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna go like I'm gonna honestly go with a 4.
Yeah, 4 sounds fair.
5.
It's a 4.3. All right, our next state is Minnesota.
I feel like Minnesota. It's not bad. I
I'm
think
a fan.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, it's a Great Lakes state. It's got Minneapolis. It's got St. Paul. It's got Duluth.
I've been to Minneapolis. I much enjoyed it. Has a good public transit system. Mall of America is pretty cool. Very
All's-
large. Spent a whole day there. Still didn't finish it. And I have heard that the countryside is really pretty there. You get seasons, which is cool. It's gonna be. I put Minnesota at a 6.75.
I'm gonna keep it at an even 6.
I'm gonna give it a 6. So that's like a
6.25.
Yeah.
Don't they have like roller coasters in the Mall of America?
They do.
That's kind of hard.
It's like a whole theme park. It's not massive, but it's like, I mean,
It's still a
has
roller
still a
coaster.
roller coaster in the mall.
An
Yeah.
indoor roller coaster, yeah.
Yeah, they have like a whole Nickelodeon section, or they did.
All right, next up, we got Tennessee. I like it a lot. It's got Nashville. It's got Memphis, Chattanooga, Knoxville.
Yet to make it.
I feel like that's like a 6.5, maybe a 6 and a
I would give
6 3/4 even maybe.
From my personal experience, I would give it a 7.
Yeah,
Great.
And then,
Great music.
Yeah.
You got pretty mountains.
yep,
You got seasons.
yep. And
I
even
think
if
we're at a 7.
even if you've never made it to, you gotta remember in Memphis, you got that Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a 7.
It's the third largest pyramid in the world, isn't it? The
I'm not
Bass
quite
Pro?
sure on that.
I'm looking that up right now.
Alrighty.
You also have a Top Golf.
Jesus Christ, man.
do that one day.
Yeah.
Have
we're
you
going
never
on
been?
next Tuesday. Not this one. The following Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, we can just do that during the daytime, then Mike can make it too. I don't know what the heck he's on about with nighttime.
He said he can make it. Anyway,
No,
next
he
state.
said later he can't because he's got Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
It is the 9th largest pyramid in the world for Bass Pro Shop.
That's kind of epic.
Mhm.
There's probably a bigger one in Vegas though.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's a 7 for me for Tennessee. 7 for you. What's it for you, Tito?
Tito?
Huh?
What are you at? Tennessee?
Oh, I think I said like 6.75.
Damn, it's not quite.
So
even
it's
7.
going at a 7.
Yeah.
It's a 6.9.
Oh, boy.
Kentucky.
I feel like I want to go to Kentucky. I feel like it would be.
I feel like it's pretty close to Mississippi.
It's not actually that bad. I've been. Yeah. I don't know. It's got like the rolling hills kind of thing that you got going on in Tennessee, but the cities aren't quite as cool. I mean, Louisville's not bad. Lexington's kind of cool. It's a small city though. Got University of Kentucky there, but
They got sports there, like baseball.
it's all like minor league stuff in college. But yeah, you do have I think it's like the Louisville Bats. You're thinking like the Louisville Slugger Museum.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause that's where the bat company's at.
Damn.
5.
I'm giving it.
No opinion on it.
I'm giving it a 6.
5.5 sounds cool. for me.
5.5 it is. Next up, got Colorado.
That's where South Park is.
That is where South Park
Beautiful place. That's going to be. Oh, you got Red Rock.
is. Yep.
You have some great cities.
Mm-hmm. I'm
You
giving
got
it
Peyton Manning,
late career.
your best career.
No.
Yeah.
His
oh,
best
yeah.
days were in
No,
Indianapolis.
no. He was doing great in Denver. We're gonna go with another 7. Maybe no, it's not better than Tennessee. It's real close. So I'll put it at another 7.
6.8.
I was gonna say a 6.
Oh yeah, we're at a 6.9 on Tennessee, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a 6.8.
All right, 6.5 then.
It's like a 6.4 after Tito. All right, next up we have New York.
The city seems a little ridiculous, but it's cool that we have it.
Yeah, Manhattan's cool. I went
Manhattan seems pretty cool. Yeah.
Upstate's kind of dope too. I had a good time every time I've been up there. Weather's like very similar to here. The mountains like here.
there. It's like bipolar kind of weather, you know.
It is, yeah. I mean, the winters are actually less harsh up there, unless you're like in Buffalo. Like if you're on the lakes, it sucks. But,
Yeah.
But our winters here, even though we're farther south, are harsher than like the eastern upstate winters, which
I
is
feel
kind
like
of wild.
it's just as pretty there with the rolling hills and
It's straight up mountains.
countryside that we have here, and the seasons are pretty cool. So it's pretty close to us. I'm gonna go with a
I give New York a 7.
6.5.
I'm just gonna say 6.
It's a 6.5. All right, next up we got Maryland. I've had decent times there, but it's nothing like crazy.
I like Maryland.
Maryland got that like tax on everything though.
Yeah, you do.
That's like
Yeah.
the hella inconvenient.
But you have Ocean City, Maryland, which is pretty nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah, you're right up against DC. I mean, there's some interesting stuff to do there.
DC is definitely a disadvantage, but
Yeah, but like you're not quite in DC. Like you got
Yeah.
the DC transit system, but you're not in DC. I mean, I was just there recently. I had a good time. Went to see a concert.
the taxes, if we're gonna like base it on livability,
Mm,
probably gonna bring it down to like a 5.7.
yeah. You got the sports and entertainment stuff in Baltimore too. It's not just DC is
Yeah.
your only city. So I'm giving Maryland a 6.
5.5.
5.7.
It's a 5.7.
Next,
Oklahoma.
nothing.
There's nothing there.
Nothing to
really.
say. 5.
Got Oklahoma City, you got Tulsa, and tornadoes.
Yeah,
A lot of tornado. That's bad. Yeah, it's bringing it down to a 4.
I'll say 4.5. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. So that's like a 4.2 total. Next up, we got West Virginia.
I think we did West Virginia, did we?
No,
No,
we
we
did
did
Virginia.
Virginia for lovers. This is the wild and
wild
And
and
wonderful.
wonderful.
this is Zane's possibly favorite state.
It is not. I mean,
It's a really good
the
place.
mountains are kind of cool there, and you know, in some of the towns, some of the people are. I've had
Sketch.
good experience with
Sketch.
them. Some of the towns, some of the people are very sketchy. Yeah, it's just a state that isn't that interesting to be in.
Riff raff.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll do 4. You know what? I'll give it a 5. You got a lot of beautiful places to hike there. You got some good dirt bike riding. It'd be a pretty cool place.
I have some good memories there. Probably I like a 5. I'm not gonna be too biased about it, but I went there like twice in a week, so I mean,
So it's what, like a 4.7.
Yeah.
yeah, drove like 2.5 hours with no air conditioning and no working windows, so you can just imagine how fun that was.
All right, next up, we got Kansas.
Kansas City.
That's in Missouri.
Ah,
It's
fuck.
Missouri, yeah. There's really not much to say. So, but wait, Kansas has or no, it's in Kansas City. There's like a big speedway there.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Speedway. But if you're gonna include that as part of Kansas, then
No,
it
it's
makes it better. Are we
Missouri.
including Kansas City or no?
No, 'cause it's
No.
Missouri.
Well, yeah, but it's like in the name.
We already
honor.
talked about Missouri, and we graded it low, even with Kansas City being there.
All right. Well, then this is really bad. This is looking at like a 3.5.
Yeah, that's fair. 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone listening here is like a big fan of the Midwest, like the central Midwest, I'm
We
sorry,
apologize.
but
It's not looking good.
I hope we strike a nerve giving these states like really low shitty rankings.
yeah,
Like I want to
hope-
ruin
I hope
someone's
we woke
night.
you up
and-
to
and
your
personally offend
miserable
them.
reality, and you're gonna move away.
No, they're not gonna move. They're gonna rebuild their house 6
You're
more
gonna
times in their
move.
lives. The nice tornadoes are gonna come by.
Yeah, tornadoes in Kansas too. It's just
Yeah.
a mess.
Yeah, and then it really gets bad when the hurricanes come in.
Ain't done that yet. Next up,
Hey, when those hurricanes hit Nebraska.
we got Arkansas. I think it's kind of a cool.
No.
State.
Boogie 2988's from there.
Boogie
Not a good thing.
Didn't he fight some other fat fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
he lost too. He just got.
oh wait, he lost.
Yeah, he took a bunch of punches, never threw one back, and then said that he felt bad. He didn't
Yeah.
want to hurt him. So
What
he
a
didn't.
fucking pussy.
And he pulled a gun
Yeah.
on someone that came to his.
Oh, I saw that
one,
yeah, where he
Don't
pulled a
worry.
gun
Frank
on someone.
Castle.
And then he talks shit on people that own guns too. So like, he's a whole different breed.
I
He's
think
in,
like
bad debt now too.
Yeah, well, he took financial advice from our buddy Mick Juggernuggets, which
He
is
did. I think he did the Max Cred strat with Bitcoin.
oh, that's phenomenal.
Are you familiar with Max Cred?
no.
So Max Cred is when you use your credit cards and max them out to buy Bitcoin in anticipation that the value's gonna go up, so you can sell the Bitcoin and pay your credit cards back.
Nothing can go wrong with that.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a foolproof plan.
I like how Boogie 2988 holds his gun because it looks like how Shaquille O'Neal like holds everyday objects and they look little.
Yeah, he's super uncomfortable. Yeah, no, that's definitely not a good look, but I feel like it's pretty there. It's gonna get a 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
4, yeah.
I'm giving that a 4.
Wait, where's Oh, that's EDP's from Orange County, right?
No, he's from Bakersfield.
Oh, he is. Okay.
That's
so-
like the shittiest city in the whole country.
Okay. All right.
Bakersfield, California.
Yeah, then we just
I
have to
can't
keep that in mind when we go to Cali.
I can't believe that whole cupcake situation even happened and that he literally sent a photo of his shit
Send shit, bitch.
to like a minor. Well,
Yeah, dude.
an alleged minor
Well,
or whatever.
that's not the issue.
There's a lot of issues
I think
with
you're
him.
legally allowed to send a shit pic to a minor, actually.
Actually,
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Like, it's not sexual.
I know what we're gonna do today.
But what's the age of consent for shit pics?
I don't know, 16.
I don't think there is
16.
an age of consent for shit pics.
Exactly. So, like, if you want to send a shit pic to, like, a 10-year-old, you're fine to do it. Shouldn't.
All right. Well,
That's not what he did. That's not the
our
first
next
thing.
state we're gonna talk about is Wyoming.
Nope. We're not going to. That's a 4.
I think it's kind of cool. It's the main state that's got Yellowstone, and then it also has Jackson Hole, which is like a good like skiing and snowboarding place in the winter. It's got a cool town there. It does have college football despite being such a small place. It's got 50,000 seater stadium.
I think
5.
4.5.
I'm
Four
giving
and
it
a
a 5. I
Yeah.
think it's very cool.
I'll do 4.5.
That's a 4.7. All right, next up we got Oregon.
Horrible. That's a 3.
So why are you giving it a 3?
You know exactly why.
Is it because of Portland?
Yeah, it's because of Portland. It taints the whole state. You cannot have that many issues in one place that it doesn't, like, you know,
No, you can
pour
though.
into every inch. Like,
Can-
no
Because you
good.
got Eugene, Oregon. You got Bend, Oregon, which has the last Blockbuster video. I mean, you got the whole coastline over there.
But there's,
You've
like,
got the
always something popping off there. Like, if it's not a shooting, someone's getting hit with a car. And if it's not that, there's, like, riots. It's not a nice place.
yeah, but like that's like just one city. It's like you can't.
But it's
judge.
a large amount of the population of.
It's not even that
state
big a city.
live there.
It's like 300,000 people.
That's still a decent amount, 300,000.
I mean, yeah,
Four-
you can
it's
cause
a
you can
fifth
cause
grade,
some
but-
real fucking stink with that many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's other cities there. Like is all I'm saying. Like the entire state isn't Portland.
I think a 4 is generous.
I would give Oregon a 6.
I mean, I think 4.5 is fair.
So that's like a 4.8. All right, next up we have Ohio.
Big fan.
I thought that was a whole other country when I was younger. Dead ass. Like, we were on a road trip, and I'm like, I can't believe we're in a whole other country. And my parents are just like, what did you say?
Yeah, Ohio, it has some bad spots, like East Liverpool, not nice. Even some of the major cities, like Cincinnati,
Cincinnati's not bad.
it's a little sketch.
It's not really.
It's a little sketch.
It's kind of cool.
But I like Ohio. It's a good place to be. You got Puddin Bay, like it. You're on the lake. But you do have the curse of being attached to Michigan, so
It's
that
not a
lowers it.
curse.
But I'll say it's not that bad. You're gonna end up with an Ohio score of around 6.5.
I'd say like 5.5, 6 for Ohio. I like it. I mean,
I'd give Ohio a 6.
Boardman's kind of mid.
It's a 6.
I don't know.
Ohio's a 6. All right, next up we have Pennsylvania.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Absolute shithole.
This is a good one.
It's a wonderful state.
If you cut off our eastern half of the state, it's a great place to be.
I don't even say cut off the eastern half. I think as a whole, keep it as it is. I think Pennsylvania's a 9. I think Pennsylvania is quite honestly like a top 3 state in the country.
There's a lot of things to experience in Pennsylvania, and a lot of you get the seasons, you get mountains, you get some flat.
Mm-hmm.
You can pretty much see everything. Beautiful place to be. It's gonna be well. We put Hawaii at an 8, so you cannot put Pennsylvania at a 9.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
No,
like a
'cause
7.5.
Pennsylvania- So Hawaii, the reason I didn't put it at a 10 is because like you're kind of trapped there. Like it's a
Yeah.
very small area, and you've only got like a few islands that you
Mhm.
can really do anything on.
Honolulu.
Pennsylvania, if you get bored of Pittsburgh, you can go up to farms. You can go up to Erie. You can go out to the mountains.
Erie
Cleveland.
Is nice,
Yeah, if you get bored of
Morgantown.
the western side, that's West Virginia. You get
No,
bored of,
yeah, but we're talking like
we're
close
talking
by.
about like staying in the state, like
Oh,
stuff to do.
okay.
If you get bored of the western part of it, you can do all sorts of outdoor stuff in the central part of the state. You got Harrisburg there, and then if you go east, you got the whole ass Philadelphia, all the history there, the sports teams. You got like Lancaster with all the Amish people and the stuff to do there. You got Allentown, the city. You have Bethlehem, the city. You've got Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, where the office took place.
Scranton's horrible.
You got sports teams all over.
You know who's-
You have
you know-
Hershey Park.
That's cool. That is a good thing. All right, yeah, 7.5.
9.
S-
It's a 7.5.
I'm kind
for
of
me.
stuck between an 8 and an 8.5, you know? I mean, I'd say an 8. I mean,
Plus, like, you got the South Side, which you know all about the South Side.
I am the most devious and dastardly, yeah.
It's the most.
It's funny because I've actually seen people get, like, you know, interesting things down there. And
Obliterated.
I mean, I'm kind of a teddy bear myself, but, like, I'm not to be messed with. I'm a dangerous individual, you know?
All I'm saying is, like,
I know that this is a podcast and we don't have any cameras or nothing, but
Whipping out the 9.
little visual action here. This
Oh,
knife
yeah.
has great personality.
Uh-huh.
It may or may not even be an inch long for the knife blade,
Mm-hmm.
but in between someone's eyes, it does the job.
Yeah, I mean,
I have
size
8
is really
bodies.
irrelevant.
This isn't a bit.
All right, next.
Yeah, I think we got an
That's an
8.5 for
an 8.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, 8.5.
It's a 9 for
9.
me.
8.5 overall. Half over Hawaii.
that's fair.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you got to have money to go to Hawaii. I
You
feel
can
like
be broke
Pennsylvania.
and have a good time in Pennsylvania.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, you got California. 6.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for everyone in California, it would be a 10. But
It's-
everyone is in California.
It's overcrowded. The one thing I will say is like it's almost all public coast. Like most of it's not private land, which we have a problem with on the East Coast. But then like LA's way too crowded. San Francisco's way too crowded. San Diego's
Way
cool,
too
but,
expensive.
like,
San Francisco is a dirty place. I hope someone.
All of it is.
Well,
All
yeah.
of Southern California is just
San Francisco's no
nasty.
cal.
Yeah, but like for San Francisco, like there's more like human homeless feces and shit on the sidewalk than actual sidewalk.
Yeah, and then you got bad cities too, inland like Fresno and Bakersfield. Like actually, like it. California is so romanticized, but like it's actually a shithole.
It would be amazing temperature-wise. Like everything would be so nice if it wasn't super expensive, really dirty. Like humans have kind of ruined the place.
With 8-lane highways.
Yeah, we've really destroyed it. Gold rush and everything. A lot of issues. And then you're also dangerously close to Las Vegas, which is like actually the
Hell.
taint of the United States. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna put it at a 5.
I'm putting it at a 4.
I'm gonna say 5.5, just because I kind of want to go to experience the grunge and the grime, you know. But
So what are you gonna say, like a
Wanna
5?
bang a homeless man?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the experience, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the full experience.
Next up, we got Florida.
Oh, big fan
Florida.
of Florida.
Always wanted to go.
It's an amazing place to be.
So he's gonna tell you it's all that. I'm gonna tell you it's not all that, and then you're gonna have to just kind of decide who to believe.
All right, I feel like I'm on Shark Tank now. Give me your pitch about why it's so good.
So, Florida not only is surrounded by coastline, it has amazing education. It has great local policies, good economy there, very stable, livable. A lot of the places are pretty safe to be unless you're, in like a Dade County. You're in some
Yeah,
bad
but-
places in Miami, but like everything is pretty solid. I love the ocean, so and being the Gulf is where I like to be.
I just don't know how like
The heat is definitely an issue. Like when you're in the summer, it's close to 100 every day. When you're in the winter, it's perfect. It's around 70, 75 every day. 60 in the morning, 60 at night. You can wake up nice and chilly, have fire at night. Beautiful. It's definitely an 8 for me.
I just don't know like with Florida like alligators and shit.
No, you don't.
I know that's not
It is
everywhere, but like
so overused. There's not.
then why do
I've
they
never
got
seen
those alligator crossing road signs?
They're usually at golf courses because
Really?
they
Just
have
golf
ponds
courses?
and they like don't get rid of them. But for the most part, they don't want to be around you. And I know you guys are gonna like bring it down, so I'm actually gonna bring it up to a 9.
So here's what I'm gonna say about Florida. It is very flat. It is very hot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Which there's nothing wrong with that, but
And also, like the area that we go to is not like very diverse. It is a very populated area of old people because it's a nice, like,
I just need to find me,
slower
like,
gated community kind of place.
Yeah, it just gives me the kind of vibe. So like the cities are like cities, kind of like you would expect them to be, but I've been throughout like St. Pete, and it's just kind of, at least the parts I've been into, it just seems kind of run down. And then like you get out into the suburbs, and the entirety of the suburbs literally just feels like it's just like you take one of the retirement villages you have here, and then you make that like an entire town, and then you just have like young people staff the businesses.
But I see that as an opportunity though. Think about it. Cougar sugar mama. Rich old white people, always on the prowl. I mean, I'm a bachelor myself, so I'm pretty open. But
All right. So what's your rating, Zane?
I'm giving Florida. So if I'm rating it off of like the time I have in the state and what I think of everything, normally I would give it a 3.
Oh, that
But-
is so disgusting.
But I will give it the bonus of it. It doesn't have winters, so I'm gonna round it up to like a 4.5. But I don't really enjoy it too much.
I want to go to Florida. I mean, I feel like 6.5 would be fair.
I'm gonna go to like Miami at some point to see what that's like. But the
So
Tampa
what
area,
we're experiencing here is a man that likes to be involved in like some bad neighborhoods. And when we go to Florida, we go to a nice area, and he feels out of place, which is like the opposite feeling that he should have. So clearly, he's being a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
I also don't like getting all the seaweed in my hair at
All right.
the beach.
Well, that's just the ocean in general. 9.
4.5.
6.5.
That's like it rounds up to like a 6.5. Next up, we got Michigan. I love Michigan.
I've never been there.
It's a great place.
Shit. You got Detroit right down the tubes. 2.
You've got 3, I believe, Great Lakes, maybe 2. I don't know if the UP touches the third one or not, but you've got multiple Great Lakes. You've got Detroit. You've got Grand Rapids. You've got Kalamazoo. So many good places. You got so much sports going on there, so much music. I mean, I know in other states I've said they're flat, and I've used that as like a way to bring down the state. But in Michigan, the flatness is a feature.
This
It's a
is
feature.
completely just because you're biased about the state. You have family there, so you like it.
But I also would like it if the family wasn't there. I've had many a good time in Michigan.
Yeah, but like if it wasn't a place that you had fond memories of, then you'd be like, oh, it's too flat. But you have memories, so now the flat's okay.
No, but I have fond memories in Indiana too. But like I have them on one
don't think-
specific property. In
a hard
Indiana.
2,
A 3? I mean,
3.
I'm gonna be realistic here, and I'm gonna say it's like a 5.5.
Okay, so we're at like a 4.
It's like a 5.5 state, but it's a fun 5.5 state.
Well, now we're at like a 4 with all of us.
Yeah.
no, see, like the mountains in like super flat states, that's not like, that don't bother me, you know? It's character. But
This has been a very long podcast.
Yeah. Next
it's
up,
been a treat.
we have 2 states left.
3, but 2, yeah.
Yeah, I actually figured out what state we missed. but
Hey!
We're still gonna skip it because it fucking sucks. I hate that state.
'Kay.
Next up, we got Utah.
Nope,
Mormons. It's like a
not
2.
yet. Salt Lake City, bad. 2. It's pretty, but
Yeah, pretty ain't all that though.
I'll give it a 3.
It's 2.3. For absolutely no reason.
if we have
other
any
than
Mormons watching, sorry, but you're not.
For absolutely no reason.
Mormons and
other
the
than
Amish, we
Mormons.
don't
You're
get
not
along.
yet.
You know?
All right, this state might actually beat out Utah for being our least favorite state in the United States of America. We've got Nevada.
Nevada. Wow. Cannot believe that just happened. As we're doing the podcast, we're watching one of my favorite series in sports, AMA Pro Motocross, and one of the top contenders just had his bike blow up, basically. Remarkable. What, what are we at again?
We're in Nevada.
Nevada?
Las Vegas might possibly
Yeah,
literally be
it's a
hell.
1. It's actually a 1. That's horrible.
I'll give it a 2. I mean,
I'm gonna give it a 2 because I think some interesting stuff is gonna go down there, but that's a city that just should not exist.
Yeah. It's the city of sin.
Yeah.
Created by the mob,
That would be cool to go like while the mob was running all this shit though.
I mean, they
I
still
guess.
do.
I mean, I'd like to see it, but I would never like want to actually gamble. I just want to be able to write it off.
All right, so Nevada is a 1.7, and that is the 49th and final state.
Now, I have an idea. What if we did a paid wall episode where we discussed the last final state? where
That's
they
a
have
good
They have to
idea.
pay 99 cents to get in.
Yeah.
$5.99.
Oh, we're like
$5.
EA now.
Yeah, if you guys want to hear our take on the 50th state, email us at lfstudios412@gmail.com. That is lfstudios412@gmail.com. And we'll link you to our PayPal where you can give us
Precisely.
money, and then we will custom make that episode for you.
Yep. It'll be approximately 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Also, we are going to be working on our next skit soon. Soon meaning like 2 months, but it will be in the process of filming within a month, and we think you guys are really gonna like it. It has to do with possibly a petting zoo.
Expect greatness. Nothing less.
Mm-hmm. So keep posted on the Instagram and the YouTube for that.
All right, Tito, since you're the guest, do you have any advice you want our audience to know?
No, not really, man. I mean, I'm not a role model by any standards. Kind of a degenerate, but I'd have to say one thing to the young generation out there. I'd say probably share your needles to cut down on cost and better the environment. But other than that, I mean, I'm cool.